you work with people in the eastern part of Congo where there's a lot of conflict, has been going on for many, many years. It's a conflict we hardly ever hear about. Let's be honest, in the Belgian, I think European media, it's a crisis we kind of see like it has always been there and it will always stay there. How do you look at that? Do you have like the impression we don't care?
Okay. The crisis in the east of Congo is actually not something between is a ethnical conflict. It's not also what so-called army group, which is fighting to bring democracy or justice in Congo. It's about what is laying on the ground of DRC. We need the mineral that it is essential for the green transition. This mineral, actually, Congo is the most part of this mineral for the world. Take an example for last year on 2025, the world production of cobalt and copper that we need for our phone, our computer, electrical car, etc. 80% of this mineral was produced by Congo. So how come that we can call this country is a poor country? How come that people from this country are dying from starvation, from hunger? This is actually what this, I can say, like something we cannot really understand what is going on. We cannot say that problem of Congo is just for Congolese people. It's actually a supernatural, international problems. We hear only about Congo when the crisis intensifying or when some government or institution sign some kind of deal for peace, and we know that it's only to access the mineral from Congo, and no one is willing to pay this mineral with the right price, with the respect for each coal and the good condition for work for Congolese people. And actually, in this situation, women, girls are the most part of the population was suffering. They are facing high risk of violence, rape, kidnapping, killing every day, every year. And we know about what is going on in Congo. So when from our global north, we don't think about what is going on in Congo. Yes, sometimes you can think maybe this silence is like something that we want to be silenced about what is going on in Congo.
Actually, we're guilty because we keep silent about it.
I'm not...
Maybe guilty is too big of a word, but you know, also responsible by keeping the silence.
Yes, because what is going... the mineral in Congo, most part of this mineral, we find it in the South Kivu, in North Kivu. And in this area, most of the mine are artisanal, informal, controlling by army group. And this is actually, people are, it's arranging everyone because this mineral can just go out of the country with any control and end up in our hand, in our computer, in our car, in our house, in our road, everywhere around us. We have Congo around us.
Yeah.
So, yes, when we keep silence about what is going on in Congo, we can like say that maybe we are complicit on what is going on in Congo.
You also focus on empowering groups and especially the empowerment of women. You said yourself, for women especially, it's a very dangerous situation. They're very fragile. How can we empower women, and what is the effect of doing that?
Actually, In the fields, yes, women and girls are the first victim of this war, of this crisis, but yet they are not considering themselves that as victim. They're actually the powerful agent of change. Change you can bring inside from this
And
country.
are they aware of that?
Yes, yes, because every day they will fight for life. They know that going in the field, she risks to be raped, she risks to be kidnapped, she risks to be killed, but yet she's still going. Every day she will innovate. Every day she will fight to build social cohesion in our community, to build peace, to make sure that communities come together and make sure that they can even preserve the peace they have inside the communities.
But of course, I can imagine you have women wanting to empower themselves, empower their girls, empower their friends, but the society, and it's much more a patriarchal society
Yeah.
still. Not that we're not patriarchal society anymore, but you know what I mean. How is that friction going? Because you have women wanting to empower themselves, but I can imagine that there are parts of society and of power that don't want women to be empowered.
Yes. So first we try, when we are in the field, we try to work with all parts, all agent, person inside the community, from the traditional leader to chief of household, woman, young girl, young boy. We work with everyone. The main goal is to raise awareness about what is happening in the society, in the community, and we focus morely on the injustice that face women and girls. Why? Because women and girls, even the law, the country law, is very clear about the right of women and girls. The traditional law is very heavy, and women doesn't have right to access land. They doesn't have right to inherit it from their father, from their husband, and so we work on this kind of injustice. And when we see that this awareness is really start raising, they sit together, they come together and try to find solution, the local solution, taking in account the context. And it's come from personal commitment to the community, to work together and change things. So I can give you some kind of example of the change this process bring in some area we are working. Women, local authority actually authorize women to inherit from the father and the husband. So it gives access to women to access land, to own land, give them also the right to buy and rent. Before it was forbidden. Even you have money, you cannot rent, you cannot buy. So it's only you should have a man who go forward, and from this man you can access land. And we know that agriculture is actually the main source of income and food. And women and girls are the one who feed everyone, are the one who bring income. So if they don't have access to the source, the main source of this income, how can they do?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I started at the story by telling also about the whole Rebuild Women's Hope coffee cooperative. You also saw what that actually is able to achieve. What happened there?
Actually, Marceline Budza, which is the founder of Women Rebuild Hope, is one of our courageous and feminist Congolese women. She's not alone. She's not the one. There are many that we are working with them. So what does Marceline Budza? Marceline Budza just has a simple idea why women just grow coffee, and when it comes from the income, from the resource, from what they work for, they cannot manage this money. They cannot manage these resources. So how she cannot hold the value chain of the coffee. So she create this cooperative, and for the cooperative called Rebuild Human Hope. And this cooperative is created in the highland. In this highland, which is the name is Idri, in this island, when it comes to women and girl rights, we can feel like it's really very far. Let me give you an example. Recently, when a girl came to become pregnant and single, she was just killed. So what did Marceline Budza to create this cooperative? She only firstly have accept women to be member. She hiring first women, and they are actually growing coffee up to the and they selling coffee internationally. And when come the resources, they manage the resources, and this give power, economic power to these women, because actually in the household, their husband have come to recognize that they have something to bring inside the house, and they consider that their decision inside the decision in the house.
A truly inspiring story. Thank you for sharing it with us, Nadège. Thank you very much.
Thank you.